Hi, this is Dave, Bell Running Guide. Welcome to this week's map reading task. This week, quite a simple one. We've got a reservoir and I want you to work out which map the photo relates to and where on that map the photo was taken. So, first map, we have got 3 reservoirs, Red Myers reservoirs. Then we've got Lower Black Moss and Upper Black Moss Reservoir. And here we've got 2 reservoirs. To the southwest we've got Parsonage Reservoir, and then to the northeast of that Dean Clough Reservoir. There's actually 2 small reservoirs there. Okay, so that photograph relates to one of those. So what can we see? Well, we're obviously at a corner of the reservoir looking along this side, along the embankment. It looks possibly like the reservoir is getting narrower over to the far side, but that might be just perspective. It's hard to say for sure. What we can say though is we've got some very distinctive blocks of trees. We've got this very dense area up here. So that might imply that it's a plantation rather than natural because of the density of the trees. And then we've got an area here on the far bank to the left, and then an area here. So does that fit with any of these? Well, we need to be on a corner of a reservoir there looking along. So could we be on this corner here looking across? Well, if we were on that corner there, we'd expect to see a big plantation on our left, so that doesn't fit. If we were at this point here looking northwards, then we'd expect to see a break between the plantation on the left and the gap, and then another area of woodland. So this gap here between that plantation and that woodland. So that doesn't really fit there, and the woodland doesn't fit with any of the other corners of the reservoir, so we can discount that. What about one of these reservoirs? Could it be here? We've got plantation on the right. Well, we've got woodland on the right, extensive area of woodland, but nothing on the left. What about if we were over here? Well, we've got woodland on the left but nothing on the right. Similarly along here there's no other areas of woodland. So what about Parsonage Reservoir? Well, no areas of woodland around that. Dean Clough Reservoir, could we be on one of these corners? This one possibly. Well, that doesn't really fit. We've got a long side opposite us. What about being at this corner here looking to the southwest? Well, if we were there, we can see that the reservoir does narrow. We've got an area of woodland to the right. We've got an area of woodland over to the left as we looked from there, and then this plantation here. We've actually got a top answer from one of my social media regulars. So this is from Martin, and he's saying that the photo was taken from the star. His large circle here corresponds to the large circle there, just looking at the edge of the plantation and the area coming down to the reservoir. And then this middle circle here, this clump of trees, he's identified as that. The long red line he's identified there as being that dam wall on the far side. There's another reservoir beyond that we can't see. And then the right hand circle is this mixed plantation and deciduous or mixed conifer and deciduous woodland there. So well done, Martin. You got that right. Thanks for answering. Thanks for everyone who sent social media answers in. I'll try to include some of the top answers occasionally if I get them, if I if I find right ones. Anyway, not too difficult this week, but I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Look out for next week's map reading task. Bye for now.